Hey, let me tell you something, Was the Noli update worth it? Now you saw the potential of Noli? Since since a new killer was added and then a lot of balance changes just dropped. You wanna see who's the best killer right now? Alright, I'll tell you. So we're now going to be ranking killers from Forsaken in the Noli update. Since Noli has been added, a few balance changes has been made from the killers, and let's see if they have fallen off from the meta right now. And before you say like maybe the one making this tier list is bad, I have almost 10 days, 662 wins, and I only have 96 loses with a total of almost 4k. So I can possibly say that I have a strong opinion on killers. And of course, yes, I've maxed all of them except Noli, because of course he got released, and I'm still he's really a unique character. He's a unique character since of course he's new. Uh, but we will see on how this tier list will go. You have to ask, what makes a killer good? For me, that would be the rules. So 5 things: easy to use or no? Is the kit of the killer good or no? How strong is the killer in general? What is the playstyle? And lastly, is there any hard counters for the killer? So yeah, let's begin. I know the Jason mains will get mad, but this is my opinion. Don't get me wrong, he's somewhat easy to use and straightforward. His passive is that his music has a shorter radius than most killers. His M1 being arguably the best in the game, being really fast with an annoying bleed effect. But his other moves, not so much. Gashing Wood being a free 50 damage attack, if they're just only standing there or just being distracted by doing generators. It has a bit of end lag, and what's worse is that if you're somewhat far off the hitbox, most of your damage wouldn't even register, and you would only get 10 to 20 damage instead of 50. And it's so annoying because I have lost so many games because of that. And it's easy to avoid during chase. You only use this mostly if they're in a generator or just standing still. Behead slows you down every time you use it. You dash a bit if you run while using it, and it gives him helpless, but then again it only does 20 damage, and it slows you down. The only thing I would only use Behead is that it skips kill animation if they're below 20 HP, since it saves a lot of time. And then Raging Pace would just boost up your damage and immune to stuns, but you're forced to walk and your stamina is max to 75. I only use this move when a stunner tries to stun me, and I parry them by using Raging Pace at the right time, since I am immune to stuns. Or when I'm in a chase and I'm low on stamina, I use Raging Pace to gain stamina and maintain the chase. And good thing that the M1 lunges you forward whenever you M1. But this is where the problem arises. He's a strong killer during chase, which means his playstyle is mostly a close range slash chase killer. Would make Jason be the best on chasing. But have you ever wondered what happens if you get countered? Now, every killer has a move to break a loop. Coolkid's corrupt nature, which slows them down, or pizza delivery giving them pressure. Onex's moveset to pressure and gain speed. John's spikes to cut their chase and gain speed. Noli's Nova or Void Rush to catch them. While Jason, he just chases you mindlessly. Like, what is he even gonna do? Even if you're low stamina and you use Raging Pace, it's a matter of time that the survivor walks and regains their stamina to max and loops you again. This is especially annoying during last man standing or going up against a noob or an N7 or anything in general that has a Scola. Supports can also slow you down, like turrets, traps, and force field. Even if you're a good Jason main, when the map has a good looping spot and the survivor knows how to properly loop you, there's no hope on trying. And trust me, I experienced it 5 times and there's no hope for me at all. Especially that castle map. Like, please nerf it. Please. Please. If he doesn't have a move to help him or anything that makes him gain speed to get the survivors during a chase, that's my reason why he's last.
I'm stomping my foot! I'm mad and I'm stomping my foot!
John Doe is currently the hardest to use, having 5 stars, so he must be good, right? Well, kinda. He's kinda stuck in a situation where he's somewhat good but also not, because currently he's somewhat the least used killer. His M1 is slow that I guess can parry it. Your 2 passives are kinda okay. The first being leaving a trail of corruption, which gives you corruption 2 for 3 seconds if you step on it. And then unstoppable, which was really good for John Doe. Whenever a survivor stuns you, John Doe would only get stunned for a short period of time. But now it is now left to be a parry move, which where if you get stunned while you use corrupt energy or arrow 404, you get speed 1 for 2.5 seconds, but it increases each sentinel there is. So if there's a lot of more sentinels, it increases to 1 more second, which requires skill now, which is not that bad, but the old one could have been a bit better, or maybe used. You get what I mean. And then his main kit is corrupt energy and digital footprint. Corrupt energy is only used when you want to cut off survivor, trap them on a spot, or even me, I tried to snipe a survivor gaining speed 1 for 7 seconds to just maintain a chase or just chasing someone else. And then digital footprint is just a simple move where you place 3 digital footprint around the map, which slows them down and gives them slowness 2 and corrupt for a while, and then John Doe would get speed if a survivor walks into it. This is only good cause it lasts for 2 minutes and it would block off really crucial spot for survivors to go. Arrow 404 just gives info on where the survivors are, nothing special, and it just slows you down. Mostly his playstyle is you control the map with John Doe. And if you're strategic on how you place your digital, landing your spikes to trap them, then he's a solid pickaxe. But his counters are mostly sentinels if you're not good at using him, and still supports are still annoying. If you're not good at parrying, then I don't know if you should use John Doe. But if you're good at parrying and that you're confident on chases, on having to set your traps, then he'll be fine if you play your cards right. Okay, Coolkit being third? Just hear me out, gang. This little guy is really easy to use. You can't mess it up. His kit is really simple. A punch which is really fast like Jason and has a big ton of damage. Corrupt energy which deals 15 damage with a small hitbox and it's kinda slow, but it's worth to master when you wanna hit it. It can go through walls, slows the survivors and it's really good to cut chases, which makes them waste stamina and you can catch up to survivors. His walk speed is a really good move, but with wind. This is a high risk, high reward move because if hit, it can deal a lot of damage, including burn. But if you miss, if you hit a wall and not hit anything at all, you get stunned and you lose the chase. Ideally, you can use it if you want to gain distance. If you're ambushing someone, if they're busy doing generators, then you can freely use walk speed. And then lastly is pizza delivery. 2 minions walking to the nearest survivor, dealing 20 damage each minion. And they're kinda slow, but I mean that's what Coolkit has. And have you noticed? It doesn't have an aura reading move just like the rest of the killers. So Coolkit has to manually find them. But a good thing that he moves really fast and that he can catch up to survivors. But even if he's a strong killer, there are still better options. His playstyle is mostly a chase burst damage because he needs to kill the survivors quickly due to his moves being high damage. But we can't forget about his counters. Stunners are still scary to him because he has the lowest HP, and the fact that if there's a lot of survivors and they manage to get you low, that's a bad sign already. And you don't want survivalists to be last man standing. Since you don't have a move that can find survivors, your only option is to just kill N7, noob, or 2-time. Because what you gonna do? Use pizza delivery when they're invisible? Get out, gang. Of course not. You have to kill them quickly. You have to kill them first. For of course, especially last man standing, you will have a harder time locating them with a tracking move. If you're a good Coolkit user, knowing how to play your cards right, he can literally wipe the server. Generally, it's a solid pick. But of course, he's an easy to use killer, so there's not much skill put into it. There's still a better killer there.
Bring around a rosy, pocket full of posies.
Onex is a really strong killer. He is actually my first main in Forsaken. As soon as I log into Forsaken, I saw Onex, I tried to get Onex and then use him as my first killer instead of Jason. There's a reason why many people main him. He needs a bit of skill considering all of his moves are range and that you need to have good aim to use him efficiently. It's worth mentioning that he is the slowest killer in the game, but in a trade-off, his kit is really good. With the new patch notes, he became slightly better, with his passive being that all of his moves gives you glitch and poison, and his M1 damage stacks up really high. His mass infection, it may be slow, but in the new update, it has reduced end lag, which is good for 1x. It deals 35 damage, and if it's higher if you're close up to the wind of 1x's swords. You mainly use this move to destroy stuff like traps, turrets, sniping off people if they're busy doing a generator. But do note that even if you snipe people, even if you're skilled, there's a huge noise queue which is easy to know when 1x uses this move, so everyone can hear it. So you mostly use this move to destroy stuff. But if you're positive to snipe someone, go ahead. I don't care. I also do that. And then next, which is his entanglement. This is super OP. Once you hit it, it deals 10 damage. But the thing that makes it good, it stuns the survivor, giving them a pop-up. And then gives you speed 2 to catch them up. And then while you're getting speed 2, the survivor is stunned, so you can easily get them with an easy M1 or a mass infection if you know that they're slow. Do note that it can be a lifesaver that this thing is really fast. This thing does not have a sound cue, unlike mass infection. So you can use this whenever you want because it is safe to use this if you are really far and someone is distracted doing a generator or standing up. You can use this without any bad effects. And this move is really good to stop chases and gaining speed. Unstable Eye reveals the aura to people, giving you speed but it blinds you. But this is not really bad because it got changed. Before it was 7 seconds, but now it's 5 seconds of blindness, which is really good actually. You mostly use this move to gain speed but also catch up to survivors. But do note, do not use this move if you're chasing an N7 or a noob or a 2-time because they can just use invisibility and you will lose the chase while you're chasing them. Now, the Rejuvenate, it was one of the most broken, most powerful moves for last man standing, summoning minions from the survivors that you have killed, being the max of 8 minions to a whopping 1 minion. Now, why was this powerful? Minions roam around the map chasing down survivors because they are really fast, so they are a really good pressure tool. But the thing the pros uses is that there's a thing where if you kill a minion, you gain speed 1. But before, you can get speed 3 by just killing a minion, using Unstable Eye, killing another minion, you get an easy speed 3. Which is really fast considering it is last man standing, so that is why it was so scary to play against 1x, since they can just get an easy speed 3. But now they have nerfed it, giving it only speed 1 at max. I mean, I guess it's a kind of a good trade-off because the end lag of mass infection and entanglement are slightly off, but this kinda kills the thing where you wanna be speedy, but now you get one speed. So it's kinda worth it on saving up your minions to roam around the map rather than killing them for speed 1. You can just use unstable eye for that, honestly. Counters for Onex, well, it's kinda the same with Jason since he's the slowest killer. Turrets, traps, force fields would make him lose time, and sentinels are really annoying too. I'm talking about you 2 times. He can catch up to you pretty quickly, but overall he's a really good killer. I mean, what did we expect here? The new killer is really OP, right? Like, come on! Have you seen his movesets? Yeah, that's what I thought. Though he's the second slowest killer below 1x, it's kinda hard to use, but his gameplay is worth it. His 2 passives makes him scary. Hallucination is already annoying passive, which would make your aura go out to Noli. And there are 3 stages of hallucination. First stage is that it will mess up your timing. It would give you the wrong information on what the time is or how many minutes you have left. Second is that it would give you a fake pizza, fake dispensers all around the map to just mess with you. And lastly, it would give you a fake Noli. It would chase you around. But you can instantly tell that it's a fake Noli if it's going really fast and it only uses M1. And it also gives you a fake force field that if you look at the top of where the force field is going, on where the force field is coming from, you get a bit of a jump scare. Now, for the prankster. Noli spawns fake generators. If you complete a puzzle, gives you hallucination 1. But completing a full generator, you get max hallucination. And the generator restarts for people to get tricked again. You can easily tell if it's a fake generator by seeing a visible smile at the top of the generator, visual glitches, glitching sounds, incorrect puzzle messages, incorrect XP or money amount, exclamation mark at the end of the message if the numbers are skipped, incorrect currency, and much more. Now, his moveset. His stab is just a normal stab, but kinda slow just like John throws. You can just basically parry it like it. Void Rush is like Coolkid's walk speed, but it has a lot of new things. Still a high hit, high risk, high reward. You get stunned if you miss or get hit by the wall. If you hit the people without hallucination, you can use the move again. But if you hit the move someone with hallucination, it will slam them in the ground, dealing 40 damage. You cannot gain stamina while using this move, but honestly, I only use this move if I'm a bit far from survivors, and this move is a good mobility move to catch up survivors, especially on a loop. I'm talking about the castle map. I hate it. Nova is a pretty good move too. It cuts chases like Void Rush. It sucks them to the explosion on where it lands, and this move is fast with a small hitbox. But the AoE is big when you hit a wall or survivor. You can also throw it to the ground or manually detonate it while they're in the air, but the AoE is smaller. Just hit the wall to use its max potential, as you can gather up a lot of survivors while using this move. You can even do a small tech where if you hit the ground or manually detonate the Nova near a survivor, it sucks them to the explosion, and you can use an M1 to get a free 40 damage, which is good, am I right? And lastly is Observatory. This is a really strong TP move where he picks a certain generator, and depending to the survivors that are in 20 to 100 studs, they get hallucination 1 to 3. You can stun Noli if he uses Observatory when he's in the animation, so you're vulnerable, so be careful if you use it. Only use it if there is no sentinels and that you're confident that you will not get stunned. But once he teleports to a generator, so you cannot stun him once he teleports to a generator, as it has immunity to make it fair. He cannot use Observatory once he spawns the map for 25 seconds for the fairness, of course. A bit of a tip is that when you use observatory and then you see someone with hallucination, you can use void rush to get a free 40 damage. It's cool, Emma, right? Basically you just ambush them. Noli is basically a trapper or a trickster or an ambusher killer. He uses a hallucination to his advantage to get survival. And he is a really strong killer right now. But a counter for him is literally guessed, because he can parry him, especially void rush when he wants it. But the thing is that you can manually cancel void rush and bait the guest for them to block and good. Buildings, traps, and supports are also annoying to slow him down. So destroy them instantly. But overall, he's, in my opinion, the best killer in the game now. Tell me your thoughts in the comment. Is the list valid? It's my opinion anyways, but I want to hear you guys out. If you want more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm trying to reach 2K guys. So without further ado, if you want more, just tell me and give me a video ideas guys. Anyways, bye.